Hey Aquarius, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning February the 22nd. We have a couple of interesting transits this week that do connect in to last week's Saturn-Uranus square. If you haven't already watched last week's readings, I highly recommend you do. We were talking about an elephant in the room, a popping of a cork or a volcano, take it however it resonates. There's this thing we can't ignore anymore when it comes to, in order to be able to achieve the new, step into the new, this new version of self, our path, this new reality we are trying to manifest thanks to all of this Aquarius energy. It's going to require we face that which holds us back from that. And that could be old ways of doing things, old ways of communicating, old ways of not putting boundary lines down, old ways of not closing doors, whatever the case may be. This full moon in Virgo this week is working with that Saturn-Uranus square from last week to help us release. That's what full moons do. We've also got Venus moving into Pisces, which is infusing a lot of love, a lot of high vibrational compassion and nurture energy in many ways as well. But it does remind us to not disconnect from reality and to be practical in the sense that we can fall back into old ways once everything is comfortable, and let's not disconnect ourselves from reality after that square gave us some confrontation and went, you know what, something needs to be done here. So here's this full moon in Virgo to be able to do that and then release those final energetic chords. Okay, there's something about these squares this year that very much has a groundhog energy about it. It's going to happen 3 times. So in very many ways, the collective will sort of flow with this Pisces energy to such a point that, okay, the energy's settled. I don't really have to action anything, but it will come up again under the next square. And it will come up 3 times this year until we've authentically addressed it. So, collectively speaking, this energy for us all offers us an opportunity to get raw and real with ourselves, yeah? We all know that society, the world out there, deeply appreciates truth and honesty. We tie respect into that. It expects it. But let's get raw and real with ourselves, and how many of us can admit that there has been many times we haven't been honest with self. We have known that it was time to put a boundary line down. We have desired to speak our truth, to speak up. We've desired to say no, and we haven't. Hence, this square energy is a culmination of all those times. Thus, it creates this volcano. That's what confrontation is about. That's what square energy is about. Here it is on the table. Here's the reality. How can we address this so we can achieve that? Do we even agree on what that is? Whatever the case may be. So it was challenging energy last week, sure, but it was also offering us a beautiful high vibe opportunity to really step in authentically to the new. But again, we are human, and there's going to be many ways in which each of us in our own unique way fall back into old patterning. Alrighty, so my lovely Aquarians, this energy, this Venus moving into Pisces is affecting your second house, your house of resources, your house of money. There's a lot of beautiful high vibrational stuff happening within that area of many Aquarians' lives. This full moon in Virgo is happening in your 8th house. The 8th house rules transformation. It rules death and rebirth. It rules other people's money. All right, so where is this full moon sort of encouraging you to release this concept that has ultimately kept you sort of imbalanced in one way or another? Whatever your unique experiences are of second house energies, where do you need to release and transform deeper beliefs thanks to 8th house energies? When it comes to other people's money versus your money, sharing resources, how you benefit from other people's money, how you view your money, this concept of making it mine, building something for myself. Take it however it resonates. The 8th house, you know, when it references other people's money, it's how we benefit from other people's money as well. So in many ways, whether you are connecting to clients, whether you are connecting to investments, you know, this full moon could infuse a lot of personal possession in many Aquarians' lives thanks to other people's money. in very practical ways. I could also thus be connecting into many Aquarians that are dealing with this energy in a number of ways when it comes to blending of resources, when it comes to me versus we, when it comes to how I benefit from another person's money to better my own. I could be getting loans, I could be, you know, whatever the case may be. So take it however it resonates. There's some beautiful Venus energy happening in your second house of possessions, of material wealth, of what is rightfully yours to build and create for yourself. But this full moon's asking you to release any deep-seated beliefs you have. What can you deeply transform thanks to 8th house energies when it comes to allowing 8th house energies to activate in their highest vibrations, Aqua? Okie dokie. Growth. There's a lot of growth, a lot of amazing energy for some of the Aquarians that I'm connecting in here. What does growth mean to you when you want to focus an infusion of love energy in the second house themes this week? What does growth mean for you when it comes to no longer doing things the old way, drawing a line in the sand, allowing yourself to open up to new opportunities, new ways of doing things? My goodness, you've literally doubled up on fortune here in many ways. The wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. Change is here, my friend, and sometimes growth can energetically test us. Sometimes growth can energetically push us to the edge of a cliff that we fear, and we start to look at it in imbalanced ways. I feel in many ways wow, how powerful. Look at these cards, all right? Don't be afraid of the shadow aspects of cards. You've got the Death card, you've got the Seven of Swords, you've got the Devil. Where in the past, now this is connecting to 8th house themes, other people's money, 2nd house themes, your money, any conflict, any issues, any toxins, any selfishness, deception, anything that felt like complete endings, anything that made you feel like you had to create a metamorphosis in your own life and then thus become completely selfish in order to build something for yourself, is what I do want to say. There's something here, Aqua, that is deeply transforming, okay? And I feel like this is actually even going to be a bigger story in this way. It might have started and sparked with a conversation last week, an idea, an aha moment. This square energy is actually powerfully working with you guys in many ways, okay? Because with Venus now moving, and the square energy last week worked powerfully for you guys. You've got a lot of heavy emphasis in your chart thanks to a lot of the planets, okay? But with Venus moving into Pisces, it's infusing a lot of love, a lot of divinity into your second house. Like, there's a whole new way, like, and how we make love is how we make money, is what I do want to say. The past reality of what second house themes, whether you shared that with another, whether you created beliefs and realities and habitual patterning, okay, when it comes to your own resources based on the past, this is what's deeply transforming. And sometimes that takes the 3 squares we're going to experience this year. There's a much bigger story. I could be connecting into Aquarians that are having aha moments about how to increase their wealth thanks to ideas that eventually gestate as this year progresses thanks to these 3 squares. But there's something here about this full moon in Virgo, okay, as well as Venus moving into Pisces, that is significant as far as clearing something that may be connected to the last 7 years in many ways, is what I do want to say, okay? But you have the Wheel of Fortune. Straight underneath the deck, you have the growth card. So growth and expansion. Don't let fear hold you back this week, guys. Trust. Okay, I do remember your reading briefly now last week. Processing the deeper shadows, okay? Processing the deeper aspects of any fear associated with second house and 8th house themes. Okay, getting out of being a prisoner of your own mind. Where have you allowed fear to rule you rather than love to rule you? And I get it when we're in the thick of challenges, when we've been through circumstances that have ultimately tested our resilience and has helped, you know, made us face fear in the face in one way or another, and we've developed beliefs around second house themes, money, possessions, other people's money. Take it however it resonates. There's a separation here, and I could literally be connecting into Aquarians that are dealing with separation and other people's money, and this concept of my money, their money, me experiencing more money because of another person's money, or whatever the case may be. I also want to say for other Aquarians, you are successfully disconnecting from karmic patterning and reality because the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Like, if you associate anything to do with second house and 8th house themes with this energy, this shadow aspect, you've known that there was one of 2 ways of how to deal with it. What you were willing to invest in was aligning to either a fear-based belief system or a love-based belief system, is what I do want to say. And in order to truly experience the high vibrational promise, like the cards are confirming it, the placements this week are confirming it for you, okay? Truly step into the new is going to require you embrace cognitive dissonance. In the hangman energy, the hangman energy encourages us to take a step back, but it pushes us into aha moments, an awakening moment. And that doesn't happen until we've developed a new perception around something. I want to rewind the clock back to last December, back to last November, December. There's something significant here. Maybe something significant happened in August, November, and December. That are linking to where you're currently at. There's a bigger story at play, because I feel in very many ways this is August, October this year as well, November and December this year. Watch what you can make manifest. Watch how much deep transformation you can create by the end of this year. There's a very big promise that this activates this week as far as deeply transforming what money looks like for you, what possession and resources like for you individually, as well as 8th house themes, which connects us to other people's money. All right, Aqua? That was your quick read this week, my friend. Hope you got something out of that. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do by heading above to the Indigo Ascension shop link. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, all of those details are located in the description box below. And please do like, share, subscribe, let your other empath, intuitive and sensitive friends know where to find the channel. Until next week, my friend, have an empowered week and take care.